Hey, ladies and gents, it's Is the Wiz coming to you with a review of Halmyr Goldentooth. Halmyr, I think that's how you pronounce his first name. And Mickey's with me.
Hello.
So, Halmyr Goldentooth, from the clan of the Noble Bear, I believe. And his bio says, once a famously decorated warrior hailing from the mountains of Grayvein, Halmyr Goldentooth became one of the Mercurian Coliseum's mightiest combatants. Horribly injured in battle and left for dead, he was sold into the service of the arena by slave traders. Wielding both a brutal dwarven warhammer and a razor-sharp blade, Halmyr's ferocity in the Coliseum has brought countless opponents to their knees. So, I never really thought of a dwarf as a gladiator, per se, but there's something really cool and really special about this dwarf compared to the other ones. And he does come loaded for bear with his dwarven hammer. He's got this spear. It's got sort of a rusty wash on it. And he's got this sword. He's got this belt. And he also has two pauldrons.
Which are different colors for some reason.
Mismatched pauldrons. And I'm sure that was an intentional part of the design. But yeah, one of them is just, what would you say the color of that is? Like a coppery gold, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nicely done. I mean, there's a nice wash on that. But when we put the pauldron on Mr. Goldentooth, maybe that was to match with his golden tooth, sort of offset it and just make it look nifty. When we put the pauldrons on, both Miggy and I decided that we liked him better with the pauldrons off. That's what he looks like with the pauldrons on. Not sure why the pauldrons are mismatched. Maybe it's to add to the gladiatorial aspect of it. But if you notice, his outfit is really, really nicely color coordinated. So much so that, I wish he would come to my house and coordinate my outfits. Because look how nice these colors go together. This like copper, this gold, this sort of metallic gray, the brown on the leather. He's really a well put together dwarf, very GQ. He even matches with his accessory, with his main accessory, which is the hammer that has a lot of copper in it. It's got some gold and silver, and compared to all of the other dwarves that I really liked were these sort of gaily colored, resplendent sartorial splendor type dwarfs, right? I mean, in their finest regalia. But this guy, there's none of that.
Because he's not all shiny.
Actually, you know what? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, what is it that I really like about this dwarf? I think there's no nonsense about him. He's all business, but at the same time, he looks good. He looks stylish. I love the wings. There's 3 different colors on the wings. There's the lighter feathers on the outside, and then brown, and then black. I love it. Just the way the color scheme is put together on him is pretty amazing. Look at that. Everything is just perfect. But yet, at the same time, he's not all blinged out. So I think it was kind of cool that the Four Horsemen created a new dwarf character who, is dressed to the nines, but at the same time, it's like he's in his business suit. He's ready to do battle, right? He's not going to be sauntering around, giving orders or whatever. He's just the main. His main business is just to take the other gladiators down. Look at this. You have This is another dwarf to compare him to. If I think this may be, I don't remember his name. Maybe Thorn Ironjar or something like that. But see the difference. This guy is like more like the general, and this guy's more like the the kick-ass right hand man. So yeah, you get tons of weapons with him. And his outfit is, well, I mean, what do you think? I like the wash. I really like the loincloth. I really like the rivets on there with their copper color. Those really pop. He's not full of, bright colors, but at the same time, he looks really, really good. He's really well coordinated.
Yeah, I think he looks great, especially with like the. If you look down here, what is it called?
Chainmail? Yeah.
Yeah. You
like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a subtle sort of color scheme, but it's cool, and there's a lot to it. There's chainmail here. There's chainmail right here at the elbow. All the lines are done really, really well. The copper and the gold accents. Even without the pauldrons. Which, like I said, some people may like him with one pauldron or two pauldrons or the mismatched pauldrons. I just kind of like him like this. And I'm not a big dwarf guy. Dwarves are not always my favorites, but this is one of my favorites. I always say that, don't I? Like every time one comes out, I'm like, hey, this is my favorite. This time I mean it, man. This one is a kick butt dwarf. So anyway, I forgot I was going to do a tribute to a real life dwarf. So hold on for 1 second and I'll be right back. Say interesting things.
Did you know that horses sleep standing up and that elephants can't jump? That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Did you know that people used to drink Dr. Pepper hot? And then they don't anymore?
No, I did not know that. You're a font of wisdom. Okay, I'm going to do this impromptu tribute to Verne Troyer, who passed away yesterday. He's a cool, tiny little mini-me dwarf, a real-life dwarf. I think he was like 23 inches tall or something, 24 inches tall. He made it to 49. He didn't last too long. I guess he had some medical problems. But, yep, he passed away, and the batteries in the action figure passed away as well. So, rest in peace. This is my favorite figure of his because he's in a little spacesuit. H2O, and then O2, and then P2. And he's got like cash. He's got cash in his suitcase and a pen. And he's got Mr. Bigglesworth, the bald cat. So, okay, well, hey, I threw in that review. I might as well throw in this review of these rings that I got from Han Cholo as well. It's a Battle Cat ring. And 2 rings, actually, Han Cholo. I don't know if they still have those at Think Geek, but, man, I got them for 75% off. So I was like, hey, man, I'm not a ring guy, but I can't resist that. And one of the reasons that I went with it was because I was going to make a custom Battle Cat and put that armor on his head and use Motu figure to do it. But the Four Horsemen just announced the exclusive for PowerCon, and it's going to be a Battle Cat warrior. So I really don't need to make my own Battle Cat. It's awesome. It's called Cower, and it's it's like Cringeor colored, but a anthropomorphic man tiger. Okay, so that's the Han Cholo ring. It's going off the rails. We're going off the rails. You put them together like that, and then you get Battle Cat. So hey, they still have them at Think Geek. I recommend you get some of those. All right, so that's it. This was a little bit chaotic, but I think that's all I got. You got any comments or questions, Miguel?
People used to drink Dr. Pepper hot.
Was it for medicinal purposes?
No.
Dr. Pepper is kind of disgusting to me, not because it tastes bad, but because I had a roommate that's all he drank, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he drank nothing but Dr. Pepper. He was a business student, a grad student, and there would be a ring of Dr. Pepper around the toilet because he didn't like to clean the toilet that often. I just thought it was just disgusting because he peed Dr. Pepper. He didn't metabolize the Dr. Pepper. He peed Dr. Pepper. Okay, this has got to be the worst reading. All right, folks. Is the Wiz signing off before we do any more damage.